It equalizes all things. There's nothing that the grace of God cannot handle. And no matter what the situation is or how bad the situation might seem, it is the equalizer. Hallelujah. It's like if you get in a fight with someone, you know, and they're a whole lot bigger than you are, and you're only 5'2" and you weigh 180 pounds, or no, excuse me, about 110 pounds. And then you come up against a fight, the guy is 6'5", 310 pounds, who can bench press 495 pounds. A baseball bat is called an equalizer. It changes the complexion of the fight very quickly. Grace is like that baseball bat. It's like that baseball bat. It's the equalizer of everything that the enemy has thrown at us. There's all kinds of things that the enemy has thrown, and some of those things are attached to us, and some of those things we have to deal with in our lives. But grace, when he said, my grace is enough, it's sufficient to deal with all your dangers and all your troubles. But then it says, but manfully. In other words, you can deal with them. Sometimes we call dealing with them if we cry through the whole situation. But you have not dealt with them that way. When you deal with something, all of a sudden, you feel content that things aren't going to get better, or they may not get better, but you're still all right. Woo! I'm still all right. Even if things don't get better, I'm still all right. I can do this thing. Hallelujah. And God needs you to be able to minister. God has called you into ministry. Oh, please, please, listen to me. God has called every last one of us into some form of ministry. But what the enemy has done is try to wound the soldiers. If he can wound the soldiers and get them to stay in the foxhole the rest of their lives, put their guns away, put all their armor away, but stay in the foxhole, then he wins. But God's grace is that equalizer that no matter what I'm going through, what I'm experiencing, the grace of God is enough. Hallelujah. I've got his favor. Just shout with me, favor. And that favor is only revealed when I'm at my weakest point. When I come to my weakest point, that's when God steps in. This is why it says in Psalm 34, he said, this poor man cried out, and the Lord heard him and delivered him out of all of his troubles. The poor man is a person who comes to the point and realization that they can't do it. How many in here have gone through some things and you have no idea how you got through them? You look back and you try to figure out, I don't even know how I got through that one. Whoa! It's one of those things that make you speak in tongues every time you think about it. See, some people don't understand why some people run around the church. I'm going to explain that real quickly. Here's what makes you run around the church. It's when you think about that situation you were in. And you see, remember how bad that situation is. And there was no way out in that situation that you were in. And then somehow you got out of that situation. It's enough to make you run. It'll make you just jump up and take off running all around here and run and run and run. And they said, what are they running for? Because they remember. But it comes at the end of your weakness. I see kids sometimes when they try to help you, and especially if they're trying to help you carry bags and they're real little, and they say, I can help, Dad. And then they go out there and they get the biggest bag they can find. And they're going, I got it. I got it. That's how Christians are. We'll walk around, I got it. I got it. And the Lord is walking right beside, I can carry that for you. Why don't you give that to me? Because at the end of your weakness, here's my strength. I got it. I got it. So sometimes we don't even allow the grace of God to do what it's called to do. You know why? Because we got it. We think it's a sign of weakness. But the fact is, it is your weakness. We're ashamed of what God has placed in us. God will only allow us to do so much. And then from that point, the Lord said, I've got it. Hallelujah. And when God's got it, he's got it. And that's called the grace of God. It's a favor. It's when God equalizes everything. And the Lord will do some special things to put you in a place of weakness so you know that there's no way out except him. Some of the places you've got into, we blame it on the devil. Some of it is God. Some of us says, no, I'm going to take this from them. I'm going to take that from them. I'm going to take this from them. Because I got to get them to the place where they understand that I am their strength. Oh, Jesus. Not their own intellect. Not how smart you are and how spiritually strong you are. And even when we think we're so spiritually strong, no, we're not. The Lord can we'll pull some plugs and we'll see how spiritually strong we are. Come on now. Well, I'm grown in the Lord now. Now I'm not like those babies. Oh, yes, you are. There's some things that make you cry and put your thumb in your mouth. I don't care who you are. There are some things that will have you walk around like this. Elijah was awesome. He had fire come down and it consumed all the prophets of Baal. Oh my God, Elijah was incredible. He said, pour more water on him, get more water on him, get more water. It's a man of great faith, incredible faith. He stands back in the fire, consumes all the prophets of Baal. And the next thing you know, Jezebel is saying, I'm going to kill you. He ran in a cave. Now he's hiding in the cave. And talking crazy. It's just me alone. I'm the only one. I'm the only one who hasn't bowed. So what I'm saying, I don't care who we are. I'm including myself. No one has reached a point where they can't find weakness in themselves. There are some things that will humble you. There's some things. There's some things that's too much for you to deal with. There's some things that put you to the point